Okay, so today is January 4th, 2019. It's been another week. Where am I this week? Well, I hung out with Asher and Eric some over that weekend, and I'd been trying to run a simulation, but that didn't work out quite according to plan because I had my computer plugged into an outlet charging, but it was also an outlet that was on a light switch. And when Eric turned out a light, he didn't realize that he had also shut off the power to my laptop and that it needed to be able to be powered to continue running my simulation. So that set me back a couple of days, but I managed to get a simulation to run. It wasn't necessarily the best, but it took a couple days to run it. I think in retrospect I maybe could have done a little bit better, but we're just going to understand and learn from the experience because it took me several days to run it and I wasn't completely happy with the results I got. Not that, anyway, I'm still doing research and I'm still making progress on that. For New Year's, I went to a New Year's party with a friend and we mostly played games. We played some Skip Bow and Cards Against Humanity. Her friends, were into some of the more simpler games, but we had fun. I actually ended up winning because at the end I had 20 of the cards. Sometimes they didn't quite get my jokes, but that's okay. And then I looked at my spending recently, and over the holidays and everything else, I did spend quite a bit of money eating out a lot and traveling. But that's really not a surprise. I maybe spent more than I should have recently, but I think I can make up for it. It's not devastating or anything. It's just more than I expected it to be. And I hadn't, because I was traveling for so long, I hadn't necessarily been paying as close attention to what I was doing as maybe I should have. Oh well. So yeah, I'm heading into a new semester. I'm figuring out everything I want and need, and I need to buy myself some new binders for my new classes. I've got two new classes that I'm taking. I'm taking Theory of Elasticity 2. I took the Theory of Elasticity 1 earlier, and I did well with it, but I also learned a lot, and it was a lot of work. So I'm a little skeptical that it was a good idea to do Theory of Elasticity 2, but I'm doing it. And I'm expecting to enjoy it. I'm just hoping it doesn't murder my GPA so I can't find work because HR people are stupid sometimes and they don't understand that if you're getting straight A's, you're probably not challenging yourself. But oh well. My big plan for this coming weekend is to get this room organized, like neat and clean and organized. Because right now it's not organized. It's very much a mess. And I may end up having to buy more furniture because I'm looking around and like I've got my binders here. They're basically books, but I don't have a bookshelf to put them on. And I talked to Amy and Chris about it. It was actually their idea, although I'm a little skeptical that Chris has my best interests at heart. But they thought I needed to organize my room better, and they offered to let me pull some of my stuff out into the living room because, I've mentioned before my biggest problem trying to organize is that there's really not much of anywhere to put anything. I sometimes will put things on top of my bed to have a little bit of extra space while I'm cleaning, but it's just not enough. So, that is going to be my biggest focus because if I have an organized room, or at least a neat room where I can get to everything that I need, then maybe I will be a little bit less stressed. I've heard that clutter can agitate people, and I'm probably no different on that front. That's most of it. Oh, my other class that I'm taking that I forgot to mention is a vehicle dynamics class with Dr. Uden, who I had this past semester, and hopefully I can talk to him a little bit about my thesis and get him on board with it. Because that is something I need to do in the very near future because I am heading into my last semester and I need to get my thesis done. And on a technicality, I can't just have my current advisor doing all of the advising.